Welcome to Vlogmas Day 5. So, here's something we have to talk about, right? I do want to talk about holiday fatigue. Because I think this is something that a lot of people feel towards the end of the month. But I'm going to talk about it on Day 5 just because I'm not going to wait. It's in my head now and I'm not going to wait. So I think one of the problems is that we put so much pressure on ourselves during the holidays to have this very big attitude, have this how much we decorate, how much we clean, how much we decorate, how much we interact with people and interact with family, buying nice things for people. I think there is just kind of this energy that happens during the holidays that even if you don't think you're doing all that much, it's so easy to get fatigued. It is so easy to get burnt out about the holidays, before they've even started. I can't remember the last time I truly enjoyed a Christmas or a Halloween or anything like that. Even birthdays aren't fun anymore. And that sucks. That sucks so hard. And a lot of people say, oh, it's just being an adult. There's people who are adults who love their birthday. Don't even bullshit me on that. But I just think right now, obviously my last couple of birthdays have been kind of fucked up with COVID. And then, there was some friendship stuff that kind of fell out. So all of my friends are online now. I don't have any IRL friends. So it's so easy to just get burnt out and be like, I'm tired of the holidays already. You know what I mean? I do kind of feel like that is something that I want us to all kind of take a moment and just just kind of find our zen, just kind of chill. That is something I kind of pride my channel on. Sometimes the last two videos, I think I was a little bit frenetic, and that happens sometimes. Generally speaking, I think I'm pretty chill. I think my videos are pretty chill because I'm that sort of person who it's not that deep, right? You know what I mean? I don't know. I just think we as people need to be more chill, and especially when it comes to the holidays. But it also doesn't help that where I live in Houston, we're decorating 2 days before Halloween. We are decorating for Christmas in this state. So if you see, and it's not even just government buildings, it's every building is preparing for Christmas 2 days before Halloween. So by the time actual Christmas rolls around, you're just okay guys, this is a lot. And it's a lot. I cannot believe it's already December. Can I just say this? Okay, I'm so ready for this year to be over. 2024 started with such a bang, and not in a good way. And it's only continued to just get more and more upsetting as time has gone on. So I'm just ready for 2025. And I need to believe that 2025 is going to be better. I need to believe that things are going to get better. And I know there are going to be people who think I'm absolutely batshit insane for thinking that and even saying that. And believing that 2025 can be a good year and that we can make it a good year and all this other shit. But I have to believe it because otherwise I think I'm going to go insane. So much shit has happened in 2024. Some of it good, some of it bad, some of it exhausting. Obviously, I started my master's program in 2024, so that's very exciting. And by the time, not this video, I think by the time my second week of Vlogmas videos goes up, I will have been in this master's program for already one full semester, which is crazy to me. And it's so exciting, and it's such a big difference. It's so much different this time around from how it was last time when I was an undergrad. I really like being at this school, and I like learning. I love learning online. That's really cool. It's just a totally different experience. And, I'm very excited about getting my MBA. I'm trying to learn things unrelated to schooling. Obviously, I've mentioned I'm trying to learn coding. That's very exciting, very different. I had a long time where I thought I was too stupid to learn that. So undoing all of that and like actually learning it and being like, actually, this isn't that hard. Kind of exciting and different to me. But I am also having this problem that I'm noticing where it's like, there's so much information out there and so much that you can learn. And you're kind of like, I don't know where to start. And sometimes you don't start at all. And that's not great. Like, I'm trying to be better at that. And I think having like, this is my goals for this month. This is what I want to accomplish this month. This is what I'm doing, you know, blah, 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 blah. I think that helps quite a bit. I think knowing what things I need to get accomplished really helps a lot. I think having set days where you do X, Y, Z helps a lot. You know, I have kind of this activity tracker that gives you an idea of kind of my rundown of things that I want to do and just how I keep track of all of my things during the month. So like, that's a whole thing that I have. But I also like love to just, you know, have ideas of what I want to accomplish this month. And I also do want to talk towards the end of Vlogmas of like what I learned this year and what I want to focus on next year. Because obviously, you know, 2025, I think I'm probably not going to be graduating until early 2026. But I do still want to like do things throughout 2025 to plan for that graduation. And obviously, as I've said, I do plan to move. So that's going to be a big deal. So I'm going to have to start throughout 2025 you know, kind of purging a bunch of stuff. And my plan and my goal and my hope is that I'm going to say, look, if you are not using this or have not used it in the next year and a half, let's say, or a year and a couple months, get rid of it. You know what I mean? Like, I have so much stuff that I just keep to keep. Like, for example, if we're going to talk about like makeup shit, where did it go? I just showed it in another video and now I lost it. Oh, here it is. This Norvina palette. I've kept this and I think it's past the expiration. It's 18 months. I've had this way longer than 18 months. I never use these palettes. I spent so much fucking money on them. But at this point, it's kind of like, really, is this worth keeping that I don't ever use this palette? Like, it's a nice palette, I guess. But I think a lot of times I just end up keeping makeup palettes because I think, oh, maybe I'll use these colors, or I keep them because it's like, oh, it's an aesthetic thing at this point, right? Like it's, you know, it's a collectible item, except that the fucking paint has peeled off over here on like several of these palettes. And I'm just kind of like, why am I keeping this palette that's taking up, it doesn't take up a ton of space. Like, it is thin, but it takes up space in my makeup collection and I'm not using it. Like, if I'm using the mirror, then yeah, we can talk about like, I do like this mirror. But like, I just have all these eyeshadows that I'm not doing anything with and I'm just kind of keeping them and I'm like, why am I keeping them though? Ooh, do I want to? Oh, okay, great. Now I just have the mirror by itself. Great. That's what I need. So yeah, I think I'm just going to get rid of this palette right now because again, it's expired and I'm not fucking using it. So like, what is the point of keeping this? It is kind of cool to just have a palette that's like by itself like this. I don't know why, but like, again, I haven't used this. This pink is so pretty. This like hot pink. I could use this as a blush. And see, this is what I end up doing, right? I end up doing that thing where it's like, oh, I'm going to use this one color for this, or I'm going to use this for this. And then I don't. And then I get into this whole big thing where I'm just keeping shit forever. And it's like, this is what I'm trying not to do. Because one thing I'm learning and one thing I'm researching and one thing I'm finding is like, London doesn't have the space of Houston, Texas. Like, London is not that way. Like, that's just the tea of the matter. Like, London is not, it does not have that kind of space. I'm sure if you live outside of the city, which is also a possibility, but if I'm working in the city, which more than likely I could be, you know, you're going to have to do, whoops, oh shit, that got purple on it. That's not going to look good in blush. But like, if you're working in the city, you're going to probably want to live in the city. And so like, you know, I'm going to have to deal with the fact that, wow, that is pink. I love it. Oh my God, this is actually sickening. But I'm going to have to deal with the fact that like, you know, I'm not going to have the space that I'm used to. And even if I'm not, living in the city, I don't know if, like, in the country they have a lot of space. Now, this actually works really well as, like, a hand mirror. I'm kind of shocked. Ever since that damn Trixie mirror broke, I'm so devastated about that. I would buy another one, but it's like, I'm not going to spend that money right now. And it's not the Juno one, so. Okay. Okay, but this does make a really cute blush. So, like, but do I need it? I have other blushes that are really cute. Do I need, like, a neon pink color blush? And if I do need it, why don't I just take it out of this palette and put it somewhere else? Like, am I ever going to use this, like, white color? Am I ever going to use this black? Am I ever going to use any of these colors? I've used them occasionally, but, like, not enough to make this worth it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just carrying around all this shit that I'm like, if you don't use it, you gotta lose it. That's kind of where I'm at. But anyway, this really became a huge tangent because I was talking about holiday burnout, and I was talking about how it's hard not to feel exhausted during the holidays, and now I'm talking about, like, things that I want to do next year and 2026. See, this is the thing about me, right? I am this sort of person who, for reasons I do not understand, I'm always thinking about 12 steps ahead. That is both a good thing and a bad thing. Because I think when you think 12 steps ahead, it's very interesting, but it's also very, like, exhausting, thinking 12 steps ahead. I don't recommend it if you can help it. Maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's something with me. I don't know what it is. I really don't. But, like, being someone who's constantly thinking 12 steps ahead all the time, I can tell you it's very, very exhausting. I, like, want to make this something different. I could, like, paint on this. So yeah, the point of all of this is to say that, like, I don't know what the point of this is. Oh, just that I can feel myself getting exhausted by these holidays, and I don't blame anyone else who is too. So yeah, anyway, what are you all planning? How are you all feeling about the holidays? Are you burnt out already? Do you think you're gonna be burnt out? Yeah, I don't know. I'm always so excited in theory about the holiday, and then it actually comes up and I'm just like, why did I get excited about this? This is never as interesting as I think it's gonna be. You know what I mean? Like, it's never as exciting as I think it's gonna be. I don't think the holidays are ever as, like, good as we think they should be. There's, like, this whole thing where you put so much pressure on yourself for, like, what the holidays should be and what they should mean and what they should look like. And then you just make yourself fucking miserable because you're, like, trying to fit this idea to make this dream from, like, when you were a kid happen. And it just doesn't, because that's not how shit works when you're an adult, I think. You know, holidays just aren't, I don't want to say they're not as fun when you're an adult, but I do think there's just, like, we put so much pressure on ourselves when we're an adult to, like, make a holiday so much more than it is. And I don't recommend that at all. I think there's such a habit of trying to make holidays memorable to the point that you just make yourself miserable. It's like, oh, I want to do this for this holiday, and I want to do this for this holiday. And it's like, look, if you are with people you like, not people that you have to be with because they're related to you, but people that you genuinely like, I think that's a good holiday. I think a holiday where you get to spend it with people that enrich you and make you feel good about yourself, I think is a much better holiday than any holiday spent trying to be with family that you probably don't even like, but you feel obligated to because it's the holidays, and so you have to spend time with family. Like, you really don't, actually. You don't have to spend time with family that you don't like and that doesn't make you happy. I don't know. Hot take, I guess. Anyway, this is not the video I expected it to be. This is kind of a random tangent that has been everything all in one. But yeah, this is 5 videos. I can't believe it. I filmed 5 videos in one sitting. Shh, that's behind the looking glass. You don't know that yet. Anyway, until next time, stay devilish. I haven't even done this outro, so I don't know why I'm doing it now. Anyway, stay devilish and see you next tomorrow. Next tomorrow. Wow.